And at long last, after you've cleaned everything inside your air conditioner, you should be able to put it back together no problem. That leaves one last major thing to check, and that is the filter. Now every air conditioner, almost every air conditioner ever made, has some kind of a filter in place. And if at all possible, you should definitely have it in place, because if it is not, then instead of the dust and dirt clogging up the filter, they'll clog up the evaporator coil and severely reduce the cooling performance of the unit. So if your air conditioner doesn't have a filter, go out and buy one, a couple of bucks at any hardware store, or from the manufacturer of the air conditioner itself if it's a special type. But do something, because it's much harder to clean an evaporator than it is to clean a filter. To clean the filter, all in the world you have to do is pull it out and clean it with gently running warm water, and then dry it off thoroughly, put it back in the unit, and enjoy another couple of months of trouble-free air conditioning. Now once you have your air conditioner's insides all cleaned out, there are some other things you can do to improve its efficiency as well. As you can see here, I've reinstalled the air conditioner in my window now. One thing that's very important, as I mentioned earlier, is that a lot of times most air conditioners actually pool water from the evaporator coil as it sweats into the bottom of the unit to help cool the compressor and to help it shed heat. That's why your unit should be level, not tilted too far outside or tilted too far in. Some units do sweat a little, as you can see this one is, but if you have it tilted too far out, all the water will run out of it. If you have it tilted too far in, you'll irrigate your carpet. Other things that definitely help include having shade trees around your property to keep the sun directly off the unit. And if you have shrubbery near yours like this, keep it away from the air conditioner. Don't let it grow over the front of it, or you'll just be blowing all the heat into the leaves and the air conditioner won't be able to get rid of it. Of course, it also helps to have blinds on the inside of your house as well. That way you can turn them and close the sunlight out, keep it from heating up inside your house. The more blinds you have on your windows, the better off you're going to be. And of course, you should pay attention to the insulation in your walls. Now, this being an old house, it doesn't have any insulation in its walls. They're actually working on gutting it, and we'll be doing that in the near future. I've already done it in a few rooms of this house. As far as your actual air conditioner goes, and this is not the world's greatest installation. The previous owners of this house did not do the greatest job of putting this in. They just gutted an old window and stuck it through there. But the more insulation you can have around the air conditioner to keep hot air from getting in and to keep cold air from getting out, the better off you'll be. And there also is something to having the air conditioner on its own separate circuit. If your air conditioner is not on its own separate electrical circuit, then its performance can definitely suffer. For example, you might notice if you turn the unit on, if the fan speed drops, that's a good sign that you're not getting enough power to the air conditioner. Most circuits in a home are fused or circuit protected from somewhere between 15 to 20 amps. Now this air conditioner, as we talked about in part 1, actually pulls 12 amps and a little more than that when it starts. So be sure that you have your air conditioner on a circuit all by itself, if at all possible. This air conditioner is on a dedicated circuit. It's only sharing it with this furnace, which isn't in use at all during the summertime months. So that's not a big deal. If you've got a ceiling fan, set it to reverse so it pulls air up from the floor, where the cold air tends to sink to, and pushes it around the room. If your home has a vent in the ceiling, like this one does, it'll also help to push some of the cool air upstairs where there may not be any air conditioning. And that'll cool things down a little more up there as well. If you don't have a ceiling fan, then using something like this box fan, which I placed over a vent in the floor, can also be quite productive. If your house is newer, it probably doesn't have vents like that, but that still doesn't stop you from using something like an average table or desk fan, or that box fan over there, turned up on its feet so it works normally. Anyway, that's how you can improve the efficiency of your air conditioner. It's quick, it's easy, it doesn't cost you anything, and it might save you a lot of money on your utility bills.